Have you ever pondered the power of physical contact to forge profound emotional bonds between partners? Touch is more important than words, deeds, or big gestures when creating enduring links in relationships. We'll be delving into something so personal and potent that a single tender touch can alter the course of history today. You can make her feel things you never imagined imaginable just by touching her in the proper spot. The parts of her body where even the slightest contact can elicit intense feelings and bodily sensations are the ones I'm referring to. Listen up until the end of the video. I guarantee you won't regret it, since it will give you a fresh perspective on the role of touch in relationships and may even change how you relate to her. Looking at the science of touch will help us understand it better before we go into the why and how. People aren't just hardwired to form bonds. Our bodies are also hardwired to react to physical touch. It's not merely a bodily feeling. The love hormone, or oxytocin, is released into the bloodstream in response to physical touch. We feel more connected to another person, more loved, and happier when we touch them deeply. What an incredible sensation it is to touch hands with a loved one. The oxytocin is doing its job. However, there is more to it than that. An overwhelming surge of oxytocin occurs when you touch her in certain places, particularly those sensitive locations, forging a physical and emotional connection that words can never adequately express. Now, you may be asking, which areas specifically? How can you possibly touch her in such a way that she responds so dramatically? We can discuss that. This goes beyond the basics of touch physiology. Emotional connection is the essence of touch. You can express your support, compassion, and emotional investment in the relationship through appropriate physical touch. It says a lot about the person's trust and love when they hold your hand or stroke your face while you're feeling vulnerable. When you touch each other, it makes you feel more secure. Emotional intimacy is strengthened by nonverbal communication. When you're incredibly close to someone, even a little physical touch, like a shoulder rub or a brush of the hand, can convey more emotion than words alone. This includes physical touch, which makes people feel more comfortable opening up to one another and strengthens their emotional bond. The next time you reach out and touch her, remember, it's about more than that. It's about creating a connection, about making her feel emotionally secure and valued. Why, therefore, is physical touch so crucial to healthy relationships? The short answer is that physical touch is a powerful means of connection, and relationships flourish when people can connect with one another. According to research out of the University of Virginia, couples who touch each other more often report higher levels of connection and relationship happiness. But here's something people only sometimes think about. Physical touch can help bring people together to resolve disagreements. A hug or light touch on the arm might help ease tension and get you back together emotionally when you're in an argument. It symbolizes your unwavering support for one another through thick and thin. Therefore, touching her isn't merely an expression of love. It's a means of keeping your connection strong emotionally. A physical touch can ease tension, provide solace, and strengthen an emotional connection. We will now go into the details. Touch aggravates some parts of her body more than others. How does she respond when you kiss her ear or stroke her neck? The reason is that the ears and neck are particularly delicate areas. Because of their numerous nerve endings, they react strongly to physical contact. The neck, though. This is a symbolic region, therefore it's not merely about sensitivity. Touching her on the neck, which stands for vulnerability, conveys feelings of trust and intimacy. A tender touch can warm her like a kiss or brush on the neck. In addition to their obvious function as auditory organs, the ears also serve as a conduit for emotional connection. A personal impression can be achieved by delicately nibbling on her earlobe or even whispering kind words. Touching these places is like touching her spirit. It's more than touching her body. Let's delve a little further. The physical and emotional impact of touching her sensitive places, such as her neck and ears, are well documented. Here, her body reacts practically instantly to touch. Her pulse rate may quicken, her respiration rate may decrease, and her muscular tension may decrease. But enjoyment isn't the only consideration. These responses demonstrate that she feels something emotional in response to your touch. I care about you. I want you to feel safe and loved. It's as if you're communicating with her brain directly. Her body will sense your love and react in ways you can't even begin to fathom, as long as your touch is soft, calm, and meaningful. What matters most is not your contact's location, but how you caress her. Avoid underestimating the significance of a slow, delicate touch. Contrary to popular belief, a powerful touch doesn't necessarily need to be quick or forceful. You can go deeper into her heart when you touch her purposefully and deliberately. Without speaking a word, you might express yourself by gently touching her neck or the side of her face. This demonstrates that you are taking your time and are fully there with her, savoring your intimacy. No amount of hasty, unfocused movement can compare to the profound emotional and physical connection that may be achieved through attentive contact, in which you are fully present and sensitive to her bodily reactions. Physical touch is among the most potent ways to express yourself in relationships. That's right. Although subtle touches are always understood, words and deeds can be easily misunderstood. On a fundamental level, it resonates with her. By physically touching her, you can show her how much you care, how you perceive her, and that you're present with her. When words fail, sometimes a simple gesture, like a kiss on the forehead, a hand on her shoulder, or a touch on the neck, can convey everything. What do you usually do initially when you're feeling anxious or upset? In general, you prefer physical contact, whether it's an embrace, a hand to grip, or even just the company of another person. The physical act of touching one another establishes a bond that grows stronger with time. First, let's address two of the most critical aspects of this: respect and permission. It is essential to stress this point. Never force or avoid physical touch unless absolutely necessary. One of the best things about physical touch in partnerships is that it fosters mutual understanding and appreciation. Ensure your partner is okay with physical contact before proceeding, and always respect their boundaries. Being aware of her body language and boundaries is equally as important as formal agreements regarding consent. Always act with care, sensitivity, and understanding when you touch her. When both lovers feel appreciated and respected, their link deepens, and mutual consent makes it safe to explore intimacy. Last but not least, remember the larger picture. Touch has immense power. It's a very personal approach to bonding with your spouse. Touching her at the perfect time and in the correct way does more than just satisfy her physical needs. It also helps you connect with her on an emotional level. A simple touch, like a kiss on the ear, a soft sweep across her back, or a delicate caress on her neck, can alter the whole nature of your relationship. More affection, trust, and a stronger friendship can flourish when this happens. Therefore, pay attention to where and how you touch her the next time you're in her company. Go at your own pace, be soft, and express yourself through touch. Like, share, and subscribe for more relationship advice if you thought this video was helpful. Until we meet again, continue to forge those significant bonds